Hi. How you doing? Welcome into twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads. It feels weird for me right now, not only because I'm wearing pretty much matching clothing with Bibby. Hey, how you doing? But also because I can't hear my voice in my headset. I'm using a different Astro headset today. Shout out to Astro for the A30s, by the way. So these are the Astro A30s, which are a majestic look. This is probably my favorite looking headset on the market. The only thing is, because it's a wireless headset and I'm using a full plugged in audio thing, there's a little bit of audio latency for my voice. Everything else is perfect. Gameplay, babe, everything's fine. But my own voice going out and back into the system because it's USB, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, there's a little bit of audio latency. So I can't hear myself, which means that when I'm doing things like default shit like this, I can't hear that. You guys can, but I can't. I just have to assume it's working fine. Great. Nice. Is that right, Bib?
Yes.
Okay, nice. I can hear that, though.
Confirmed.
Matching. Cute. Yes. So let me jump into the big Bib screen.
My name is Optimus Prime.
Oh. Yoda!
Soft serve ice cream, ice cream, soft serve ice cream, ice cream, soft serve ice cream.
Soft serve ice cream, ice cream, soft serve ice cream, ice cream. Nice one, Twitch TTS. You could have just ignored the emotes, but it's fine, we get it. But Yoda, I appreciate the emotes. Thank you very much.
In the stream you are.
Amma, good morning, welcome in. So the reason we're in the big screen is... That's a mighty fine hoodie you've got there, babe. What is that?
It is, Graham. This is the Raccoon City Police Department. I think it was for Resident Evil 2. Hoodie from Insert Coin, which is extremely comfortable. I'm very happy with it. But not only that, there's something that's behind me that's actually on you.
It is. So yeah, Bibby was sat there with his RPD jacket on, saying, "Oh, I've got my RPD hoodie on with his RPD jacket behind him." I was like, "Well, I've got an RPD jacket right next to me. I want to get in on this RPD loving." Woo. And Bibby wants to get in on this fucking subbing as well. Yeah, babe. 56 months. Thank you very much, Bib, for supporting yourself.
Hey, you're welcome, Graham.
Let's jump over to the split screen. Look at this RPD-ness. Yeah, Bibby's in the ICU studio. He's not in the ICU studio. Stop lying to us. Get there you go. Bibby's at home.
Wearing clothes from the greatest franchise that there ever was in video games, right? Confirmed. That's my Graham soundboard. Confirmed.
I was going to say, what, the ICU hats? So yes, confirmed. We are the greatest franchise of video games. You got that right. Welcome in, JMK, P Honey, R8, Tiny Yoda. Thank you very much for the sub. And yes, we are absolutely cute. Gizmo Glenn. Good afternoon. Hey, how you doing? Thank you very much for getting involved in the chat first time. I'm assuming you might be in Europe. If you're afternoon, because we're 13 minutes away now, just changed from the afternoon here. We are in the UK, so not quite. Good morning-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, if anyone else has a primer, feel free to throw it down on the channel, because, you know, if you do that, then we'll get a hype train going, and that doesn't really mean anything, but, you know, it's mini milestones. And if you don't have one, then it's fine. Don't bother. Whatever, don't even care, me. But we aren't here for subs. We are here, though, to talk about video game news. If you are new in, my name is Graham. Hi, this is Baby. Is all we got there, because Discord absolutely destroyed your audio. But
Hates
still.
me.
And we are Ice Cream Uploads, and in true Ice Creamy fashion, this is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. We are here for the next hour or so to bring you your daily dose of news from the world of video games and beyond. The biggest, the best, and the breaking stories is what we'll bring, plus our thoughts and impressions. But we want to hear your thoughts and impressions, and then your thoughts and impressions on our thoughts and impressions. That's kind of how the whole thing works. So if you're around the chat, please do feel free to get involved. We are live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads, where we go live each and every single weekday at 10 a.m. Ish. Nice. I like the gun fingers there. Pow.
Hey, you're welcome, Graham. I do have something that I need to start the show off with as well, though, because it is very time sensitive. So you guys that are in the chat now, obviously you may have already done it, but we do have a Call of Duty giveaway taking place right now. Season 5 launched on Tuesday, so we are giving you the opportunity to be able to essentially gift you a battle pass this season, as there is 2,400 COD points available for you guys to be able to try and win. The competition does close at 12 p.m. GMT, which is 1 p.m. in the UK, so you do have an hour and 10 minutes to get involved with that. I see that the link is now placed in the chat, so you guys that are in the chat now, have another opportunity to be able to get involved with that for the next hour and 10 minutes before we do draw the winner.
Yeah, obviously you don't have to use it yourself. We are giving away 2,400 COD points thanks to our friends at Call of Duty UK. You don't have to use the code yourself, and it's a PC code, but if anyone's ever played Call of Duty, you can redeem on PC but still spend the codes on console if you are a console player. So yeah, if you've got any friends that are playing Call of Duty, you could just enter the giveaway and tag them in so they can see it, so they can enter in the giveaway. So yeah, please do feel free to do it. You don't have to at all. It's nice. Call of Duty is supporting us, so if we can obviously get as much as we can on that, then they might support us again with more stuff in the future. Nice. But yes, don't only get involved with the giveaway. Do feel free to get involved in the stream, because we are live on Twitch, but we turn the live stream into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and Amazon Music and Google Play. Lots of places where over 200,000 people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand. So please do feel free to get involved. On behalf of those people, they do get to watch him on demand, but they don't get to do what Gizmo Glenn's just done and typed in the chat. So do it. Give us your thoughts and impressions. We would very much appreciate it. So also, as well as the giveaway today, the Call of Duty giveaway will end in just over an hour. So make sure you get involved if you want to do that. But we also have another giveaway on Monday, which will be for subs only. So if you are a sub to the channel, you will be entered into the loot drop. By default, you can't opt out of it. You can opt to not win it if you do and pass it on, but you can't opt out of it. We just make sure everyone is involved. So we'll give something away on Monday, and if you're a sub, you will be entered, and you'll find out and win, and job's good and nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let me jump back a little bit, because I see stuff's happenings. He's confused because you're normally later than this. Yes. Yes.
No comment, Your Honour.
Last few Fridays as well, we've been late as well, like past 5 o'clock finishing kind of stuff. So yeah. Already done it on Twitter a few days ago, but I am on Xbox Series S, not PC. That's fine. Just get someone with a PC to just let you jump on, log in on your own account, redeem it, and then jump back onto your Series S and spend it. That's what I did. That's what I do all the time. No Twitter. Can I have ice cream instead? No. We've spoken about you not having a Twitter before, Yoda. You need to just make a burner Twitter. Just go onto the internet, find a picture of Yoda or Grogu, whichever one you want. Stick that as your profile picture, and that's it. Just never tweet until you need to. Just an account
called Yoda Wins.
Yeah, exactly.
And there you go, and just do all of the winning competitions. I do have a feel. I do really want to do that at some point, but I don't want to be them guys.
Compers.
But I want to be that guy and win all of the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've spoken about this before. We have a professional comper in the ICU team. One of the people in the office, their hobby is entering competitions, and she is well over £50,000 worth of prizes won. Like, it's madness. So
holidays to Florida for 2 weeks, all expenses paid and everything.
Brand new couches and everything. Yeah,
mental.
Don't have Twitter, but I do have X. Touche, P honey. Touche.
I don't think I'm ever going to get behind calling it X. I just can't remember. So like I think there's loads of people jumping on the bandwagon, and like I can't actually. Is it called Manchester Central, which is the GMX and will always be the GMX. Yeah. The MEN will always be the MEN, not the Manchester Arena or the AO Arena.
Arena. Yeah, no.
You can't shake it. It will never be shaken.
I mean, the Galfam Stadium where Huddersfield Town plays still the McAlpine to me, so it's changed names about 16 times between then and now, but anyway.
Walker Stadium, now the King Power, still always been the Reebok, always been the Reebok. Yeah. I don't think it's been called the Reebok in like 15 years.
Okay, it's not the Macron anymore. It's like they've got some sort of weird sort of like Tough Sheet community name or something like that. It's literally Tough Sheet.
They didn't think that through, did they?
No. I think they probably thought this will be funny. People will love the banter, and it's like, yes, other teams will love the banter. Calling your stadium the Tough Sheet Stadium. Lol.
Damn.
Sprinkles are free, but not the ice cream. Exactly, Bully knows. You pay for the ice cream. It's one of those swizzers. We give you the sprinkles just to get you in, but then you pay full whack for the ice cream. Get him. Empty Had Stadium for Man City. Will always be known as that.
Graham, repeat that. What did he put?
Empty Dad. It's just loads of mums and kids.
Stadium. You played yourself, Jay.
Or it's just loads of dads just sat there looking forlorn, staring down at the feet. Loads of empty dads.
The empty dads are fucking loving it. They're like, oh my God, I've got no wife and kid here for me today. Fucking great.
Oh, fun times. We appreciate you, JMK. It's nice. Love you. Anyway, tell you what we do love. Gambling on skins on Twitch. Oh, wait, no, we don't know. That's our first story of the day. Twitch says promotion or sponsorship of CSGO skin gambling during streams is now prohibited. This is written by Chris Scullion at VGC. That's where we'll kick things off. We'll then jump over to Activision planning a Call of Duty announcement next week. Did anyone see that? That was pretty cool. We'll run through the stuff as we go through, but we've been talking about Call of Duty content leaks over the last few weeks. Activision... And I don't remember the last time Activision brand, like Call of Duty brand, did this front and center, but they are memeing it. Like, the fact that stuff's got out, they usually just go, fuck, put your head in the sand and ignore it. But for me, the better action is to either go, fuck it, okay, yep, it's out, we'll put it live, or you just take the piss until you're ready. And that's what they're doing, so fan of that. We'll go through that. We'll talk about Quake II remaster being on the way since, Raw getting some DLC stuff, and... !FF. It is Friday. You get free games out there, and we'll tell you what they are because it's Friday. Nice. Let's go. Okay, first up, though, Mr. Bibb.
Yes.
I know the fact that whenever we do the scoop, you say you're a massive, massive fan of CSGO skin gambling, right?
Every single time. I mean, even in pre-show, post-show, all the show, just a massive fan of it.
Well, good news, but not for you. Twitch says promotion or sponsorship of CSGO skin gambling during streams is now prohibited. As mentioned before, this is written by Chris Scullion at VGC. The tagline says around 75% of the top CSGO streamers are sponsored by skin gambling websites. So jump down a little bit. Twitch has banned promotion and sponsorship of skin gambling in streams, a move that could have ramifications for some of the most popular Counter-Strike, Global Offensive or CSGO streamers. As noted by DeSoto, Twitch's community guidelines page has been updated to reflect the seemingly new policy. In an FAQ section detailing the policy on prohibited gambling, a new question asks, quote, is sponsorship of skins gambling, such as for CSGO skins, allowed on Twitch? Quote, no, reads the reply. Promotion or sponsorship of skins gambling is prohibited under our policy. End quote. In a video released last month, Counter-Strike YouTuber... I'm not even going to try that name. That one published a video called The Dark Reality Behind CSGO, in which he investigates the proliferation of skin gambling sites and their promotion by Twitch streamers. As part of his research, he put together a list of the top 300 CSGO streamers based on total watch time since the start of 2023 to see how many were being sponsored by skin gambling websites. I checked how many of them are promoting that kind of stuff, he explained. Out of 300 streamers, 226 are currently sponsored by at least one of them. Some have up to 5. We're looking at 75%. 3 out of 4 streamers are currently promoting these websites live on Twitch, end quote. At the time of the video's publication last month, that guy noted that Twitch's community guidelines said it didn't allow users to share links or affiliate codes to sites that contain slots, roulette, or dice games, and that he reached out to Twitch for further clarification, but they declined to comment. It would appear then that the update to the community guidelines explicitly stating that the sponsorship of CSGO skin gambling was added this past week. It remains to be seen how vigilant Twitch will be with this new policy, given that the findings that around 75% of most popular CSGO streamers are now violating the policy. They will either have to drop their CSGO skin gambling sponsorship or risk Twitch sanctions. Interesting. This is an interesting one, and I've used the word interesting 3 times now, 4 now, because this has ramifications in multiple directions. So Twitch should, in my opinion, just like society should, in my opinion, have precautions for gambling. Be that age rating, be that whatever. Oh, we've got a sorry. Is it too late now to say? Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going to keep talking over this because of the podcast. We don't want any of that DMCA stuff. Yeah, let's go. Well, big finale. You ready for it? Sorry. Nice. Sorry, terribly sorry. So yes, the ramifications for this is gambling should have prohibitionings. Nice, good words. No, gambling should be prohibited in certain ways and shapes. Not necessarily entirely. If people want to gamble, fill your boots, in my opinion. But society should have the right things in place to make sure that people that are easily led, easily manipulated, such as children or whatever, or people with addiction. There should be all sorts of stuff in place to stop that from happening. We have that in society, so the same thing should apply on Twitch. Twitch have obviously they don't necessarily have the systems for that, so they've gone for the for want of a better phrase, a scorched earth approach. We can't properly maintain it, so we will just stop it entirely because we know there are kids on this platform, and we would rather not risk kids than just tailor to adults. So yeah, they've gone for we can't police it, so let's get rid of it. Which I understand. The flip side, though, this is where I say the ramifications go both ways, is that 75% of creators use this. The top streamers probably don't need that money, but will definitely like that money that comes from having those placements. But I remember when coin sellers for FIFA communities basically meant if you had a coin seller sponsorship, you were blacklisting yourself from EA. So to go down the coin selling route, you basically meant that you could never go official as a content creator in EA's eyes. And some content creators went that way, others didn't. And it was a how can I put it? I'll use the word interesting again. It was an interesting conversation at that point in time because the top creators went, okay, the benefits that come from working with EA are much better for long term, so I'll go with that. Whereas the smaller creators were like, okay, well, I'm not really earning that much from the coin stuff anyway, so I'll get rid of it because hopefully I'll work with EA one day. But those in the middle that were like full-time creators but not earning the top money needed that sort of revenue to keep them going. And that's where the interesting part of this conversation comes from, is because Twitch going, yeah, we don't want gambling stuff, is, from all intents and purposes, at the top line, the right conversation. But there are already people that are established and have food on the table that relies on these income streams now. So that's where it gets difficult. Anyway, at that point, this is where I'll go, Bib. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so it's an interesting one because they're not stopping it outright. So like the casino stuff, you can't. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm fairly certain somebody will in the chat. But if you're gambling real money on Twitch via the casino stuff, they don't allow that, do they? They can only do the simulation ones. That's why most people ended up moving over to Kick, because they can gamble whatever they want and they can literally do whatever they want over there. So I'm fairly certain that the casino and roulette stuff that's on Twitch now is not all real money, or it's money that's been put in somewhere else, and then they're able to filter that through to it, so no one's actually seen them use the PayPal or whatever it is to be able to draw money out of. There's something in there that requires you not to be able to do that on Twitch. However, they're not outright stopping people from opening crates. Like, I know the two that I'm going to mention now, the Two Time and Timmy, I've watched those rip open a stupid amount of crates over the last couple of weeks, but I actually watched the video that was being referred to in the article, and they aren't on the list because they wasn't getting sponsored. They wasn't being given money to be able to open these crates on stream. They're doing it out of their own bank account because they know if they end up hitting it, they're going to get a shitload of money. I think one of the knives is worth like 125 grand or something. But the money that they're getting off of the back of the videos that they end up making as well it outweighs it. For them, it's a business. They might end up spending 60 grand on opening crates, but they're going to end up getting 80 grand back worth of revenue for either pulling the knife or at least from the videos that they're going to be able to make. So technically, they're at work.
Yeah,
but they wasn't on the list because they wasn't given any sponsorship money, and I think that's where the grey area on this is. The same with FIFA.
Yeah.
Like, you can spend your own money as much as you want on the platform opening packs because it's your own money, but as soon as, like you mentioned before, the FIFA coin stuff is saying, well, thank you to FIFAcoins.com for providing me with 2,000 points worth of 2,000 packs worth of points. I'm going to rip these open today. That's not allowed, but spending your own money is.
I'm just going to update. I tried to fit the title in, but sponsorship is such an important word in this bit. Skin gambling spawn is now prohibited. Is that going to fit? Yeah, that fits. Okay.
Yeah. So while you're doing that, phone has said I think it was more to do with Bitcoin gambling than it was banned rather than using real cash, but it also could be wrong. I mean, I should have probably looked this up before coming to my own drawn out conclusions with that one. That is just the information that I've probably partly retained. But in essence, like, spending real money on casino games and stuff like that was hugely frowned upon, which is obviously why people like, is it Trainwreck, who just gambles constantly, ended up moving over to Kick because he's free to do whatever he wants over there.
He's like a majority, not a majority, but he's a shareholder in Kick though now, isn't he, Trainwreck, because of how influential he's been. I can't remember, Stake or whatever it is, the brand, it might not be Stake. But
it is Stake, yeah.
yeah, they've put money into him or giving him a share of it to make it work. But yes, so the spawn bit is the key thing. So Doc and Timmy opening crates, that comes with good and bad. So obviously they were investing 60, 80 grand. They'll get return on investment from the items that they get. So if they get some skins that are worth big money, they'll get the money back. Jobs are good. But if they don't, well, jobs are good in anyway, because they will get, like Bibby says, their revenue from making that content and put it out. Also, the fact that they've invested 60, 80 grand, whatever the money is, that investment will lead to recouping a return on that investment, because that's just how content works. People have spent a shitload of money. I want to see what happened. So just by sharing the fact that they've spent that, people are now interested, because that is a large sum of money to the majority of people in the world. Hiya, Bib. You having? Seeing you.
There wasn't a moth. It was just like a little fly or something just buzzing around. So just give it a quick slap.
Look at the size of that fly. There. Nice. So yeah, just spending that money is an inordinate amount of cash to a lot of people, so that will help recoup some of that investment.
The size of this moth.
I knew it was coming. Cheers, Peony. Nice. But the other thing to consider then is, like, these guys are showing the negatives that come with it. So they're spending their own money, and I didn't see any of the videos, but I did see everyone taking the piss out of the Doc, because he went for ages without pulling a knife. So they were showing how shit his return on investment was, essentially. I mean, and then at the end, I didn't see what the value was, but he pulled some mega knife that was worth a shit ton.
He did,
I don't know whether that was worth all of what he'd spent in it or not. I don't know. But there was enough reach, there was enough buzz going around it, so their investment has recouped. But they're spending for content. They're not getting paid to make content, which is the difference between the spawn and doing it proactively. So, yeah, I mean, it is. Like I say, it's difficult for me. I don't like the spawn for gambling stuff. It's being removed from football shirts and all the rest, because there's all these adverts for drink and gamble responsibly and stuff around football, but yet you can't have drink on football shirts, but you can have gambling on football shirts. And then the Football League has gone, actually, we're telling you to gamble responsibly, but then hitting you with AAA bingo and stake.com and whatever. So they're now getting rid of that stuff, because they're thinking, do you know what? It's a bit counterintuitive. We're telling you to gamble responsibly, but then also saying you should gamble, though. You should definitely gamble responsibly, but gamble. But do it responsibly, but gamble. So they're getting rid of that. So I understand, like, the need for that to be removed from Twitch as well. It's just difficult, because football clubs will find some solutions that will help them get some of those revenue streams back in. But football, despite being such a big business, is very top heavy. A lot of clubs are minutes away from making an absolute fortune and minutes away from disaster. And things like those betting sponsorships is big money. So that keeps a lot of clubs afloat. So football clubs have obviously had years to get around that. Twitch, a week ago, allowed sponsorship, and now this week doesn't allow sponsorship. And that, for me, is the bit where, like, I use the word interesting. It's almost kind of... It's worrying as well as interesting, because yes, we should be getting rid of gambling out here, but there are people at risk as well by just we've changed the law, and that's all these content creators out there that could be part-time content creators working with a job, and the stream suddenly it was actually keeping itself afloat. It was allowing me to pay the bills, or it was worth my time when I got on from work to put some time into that. Now is okay, well, I'm not earning any real revenue from that, because Twitch takes 50% of my revenue stream as a minimum, and yeah, now I'm getting feck all from it. I'm not getting any sponsorships from elsewhere, so I'm just going to stop making the content as much. Or I literally make content full-time, and now I've lost a big wedge of my income. So that's the bit that worries it for me, is I do feel like just changing it quietly behind the scenes isn't the way that I'd like to see it gone about. I'd like to see oh, by the way, we are changing this, just so you are all aware, sponsorship from gambling sites is not allowed on Twitch. We want a zero tolerance policy. For anyone that does have sponsorships in place, we invite you to find alternative solutions, forms of incomes, or whatever, by the end of 2023. So you're giving them 4 months notice, get your stuff in order. Still not perfect. Some people will still struggle, and that will end some channels. But doing it in that sort of fashion allows people to build up to it. Or doing some form of, if you can prove that you are earning shitloads of money from sponsorships that's keeping you afloat, Speak to us, and we will have some form of like weaning off salary sacrifice, sort of like rather than just giving you 50% of your sub revenue, we'll give you 80% of your sub revenue, and then 70%, and then 60%, and then 50% of your sub revenue, and then you go from that way. Just shit. It's not really perfect, but it's something. And just going, oh fuck, we just changed the rules, and now people are starting to notice it quietly. Is that bit doesn't sit as well with me. So I'd like to, I would have preferred something that was a bit more creator centric. And this is where it's interesting, is because don't get me wrong, my underlying principle agrees with what they've done. I feel like gambling doesn't need to be around children and video games. I know CS:GO is not a children's video game because it's about shooting people in the face, but still, it's not illegal for children to sit at home and play video games. If I was sat in this house and Chloe was sat there and goes, "Can I play CS:GO?" and I went, "Yeah," I would not be breaking the law to allow her my permission in a supervised environment to stream playing CS:GO on Twitch. That's not illegal. So with all that in mind, it's easy for kids to get access to games and that sponsorship sort of content. So I agree with what Twitch is doing. I just feel like they could have been a little bit more creative focus in deploying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move ahead. Mr. Bib.
Yes.
A little birdie tells me that you might play some Call of Duty tonight. Is that right?
Confirmed.
Nice. Did you know that if you typed in ! giveaway into the chat, that you could get a link that would allow you to get 2,400 Call of Duty points, courtesy of our friends #ad at Call of Duty UK?
I didn't, but am I entitled to be able to win it?
Of course you are not. But everyone else that's not part of Ice Cream Uploads or friends or relatives or working colleagues are entitled to get involved too. Yeah, we're just hammering it because there is literally about 50 minutes left on the giveaway. So if anyone hasn't and wants to win some Call of Duty points, head over to Ice Cream Uploads Twitter. I believe it'd be the pinned tweet, but I haven't actually checked that. And if it isn't, we'll pin it for the last 50 minutes. We'll do such a rotate.
I'll do that now.
But yeah, make sure you get involved. Like I said, ! giveaway. We'll give you the link if you are listening to this on demand. It's probably finished, but if you're watching it live, hey, how you doing? The reason I ask that though is, what's this? This is written by Victoria Kennedy, Eurogamer. It says, Activision is planning Call of Duty 2023 announcement next week. The tagline, this is world class, by the way, I shoot you not. Which is funny because it works on multiple levels. It means shit you not, and also that's what you can expect from watching Bibby's stream tonight. Banter. Look at that face. Look at it. Look at the... Nope. So it looks like Activision is gearing up to share more about this year's Call of Duty's release next week. 2023's Call of Duty has been the subject of numerous leaks over the past few months, and it's all but confirmed to be Modern Warfare 3. The title has shown up on DMCA takedown notices and promotional packages for Monster Energy drinks recently. Actually, I'm going to stop there. It was also showed up on Sledgehammer's actual own brand logo, but there you go. I might mention this in the article somewhere else, I'm not sure. Recently, fan-made Call of Duty-inspired artwork has been popping up on social media as everyone gears up for Modern Warfare 3's official announcement. Activision has evidently seen all of this and has taken to sharing its own, quote marks, art, end quote, for the game on social media. Poking fun at, I suppose, itself, the company shared a mock-up of some Call of Duty key art showing a stick figure wielding a gun. See below. It's actually just here on the side. Hey. Excuse me. He then typed the words Modern Warfare Redacted, ? Across the top and Call of Duty along the bottom. The Call of Duty team then said it would share more next week, but stopped short of specifying exactly what it would be sharing. Perhaps more information about the Warzone event revealing the next Call of Duty game. We already know that the next Call of Duty game will be revealed during a Warzone event, as the company shared this as part of its recent blog post detailing the new season of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Quote, drop into Call of Duty Warzone to experience the worldwide reveal for Call of Duty 2023 in a limited time event. It wrote before adding, stay tuned to Call of Duty channels for more details about the upcoming reveal. It now seems that reveal is imminent, but just how imminent? How do we get imminent and then immanent on the same line? Whoa. Well, according to data miners, Modern Warfare 3 will be revealed on the 17th of August. Hey, I'm Alex via Call of Duty News account Charlie Intel found references to a banner touting this reveal date. Additionally, pre-order references were found in files of Modern Warfare 2. Eurogamer has asked for comment, but I'm guessing nobody's seen none. We'll just leave it there. Thank you very much, Victoria Kennedy, Eurogamer, for the article. Call of Duty gets memey. The game has been leaked and released, and outed and shared pre-announcements, embargoes broken, call it whatever you want as many times as you want. It's been done as many times as you want. And rather than going, nope, my head is in the sand, Call of Duty's gone, fuck it. Everyone knows. We are the biggest brand in video games. I mean, give or take. I mean, you could choose if it is or isn't, but it's up there. Everybody knows our shit before we know our shit. So we might as well take the piss about this. How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts, babe?
Yeah, good. I feel like them owning. We work in video game marketing. We work in marketing, digital marketing as a whole, not just specialize in video games, obviously. But being able to own a message like this, I always think is the best way. Like, just go, okay, well, we had our marketing plan set out for the next 2 weeks in 2 weeks' time, and stuff started to leak. Whether or not that's our fault or not, we could potentially bring that forward 2 weeks, or we just mean the shit out of this. And I feel like Call of Duty is one of those brands that can mean themselves alongside Fortnite. They can poke fun at their own game, at their own community with stuff like this. So I feel like this is definitely the best way for them to be able to deal with it, rather than spitting the dummy out, sorry's at the prom and all of that stuff, or just going radio silent. This is definitely the best way to go. Poke fun at ourselves. People will be like, ha, 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 ha. Can't wait to see more next week. And I feel like that is the best foot forward with this. I absolutely love it. I love proactive marketing. I feel like sometimes the video game industry is just so reactive rather than being proactive, that a lot of the stuff, a lot of the sentiment, a lot of the community itself kind of either divides itself or the moment's gone. And this was, using another shit analogy, striking while the iron is hot. I feel like this is marketing 101. That's why Fall Guys got so big, because they was just, okay, roll with the punches, proactive marketing, get as much memey stuff out there as possible. We're going to make as many stupid skins that aren't going to be available in the game, but fuck it, here's a McDonald's one, here's a KFC one, here's a Cinnabon one, like just literally throwing out essentially trademarked and copywritten skins, but for the sake of memes. There wasn't art, they were just throwing it out there. I love that kind of stuff, and I feel like this is definitely it's already put them on the front foot. They own their marketing messages now as and when they want to share them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just looking through the responses then, and you're never going to win everyone over. Some people are going to be like, just stop being dickheads, stop being silly, I want my serious news. And it's like, okay, well, you'll get your serious news, but at least let them control what news goes out and when, which is what this is. The news they wanted to do it, the way that they wanted it to be, has been taken away from them through various sources. It's the downside of being so successful, so big. The fact that you are big enough to get Monster Energy drink on board means that there is so many moving parts that could let this slip, and one of them was packet production. So, victim of your own success is what it is. Okay, we have to pivot now. We have had our route closed. We're going to go on a different one. We'll take it. We wanted super serious, blockbuster, fun action, Call of Duty, and then that sort of shit. They want, but however, someone else has fucked that up. So now let's. Like fucking full on, they have to meme it, and you go through the responses. There are some that aren't big fans of it, but you look through the brands. You've got like LA Thieves, Call of Duty responding to it. People talking about their goofy marketing here. Y'all are silly this year. I like it, says one of the responses. That's kind of where I feel for it. Me, I mean, it's daft. It is daft, but people have gone, okay, well, we know that shit's out there. It's almost like they've almost said, all right, and what? And people go, oh, okay, so it's not that big a deal looking at that bit then. We'll wait for the other stuff then. And it just shuts people down. It's like when people take the piss out of you for something, and it could be anything. You could have a dodgy beard, you could be tall, you could be short, you could be thin, you could be overweight, whatever it is. If you take the piss out of it, or you own it first, you take the strength out of other people's stories. Like Eminem 8 Mile, where he raps about himself for 30 minutes and drops the mic and goes, go on, tell these people something they don't already know about me. Boom. And it's like, and that's
yeah, what have you got?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what they've done here. They fucking Eminem this situation. 8 Miled it. Yeah, Call of Duty Modern Warfare Redacted. Oh, you've seen some key art. Fucking, we've got more next week. Wait, what? And then everyone's going, oh yeah, oh okay, well, you games shoot stuff, It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, shut the fuck up.
That's it. A lot of people can read between the lines. Obviously, our conversation isn't aimed at those people, and it's the overwhelming majority at this point. By the way, obviously, the minority of the people who are like, just fucking give me all the stuff now. People who can read between the lines will have already seen all of the leaked stuff because they are advocates of Call of Duty and they want to know the information first. They aren't getting their information from Twitter. They're the hardcore Reddit guys. They will already know all of this stuff, but they're just waiting to see the juicy stuff. And at the same time, the Call of Duty are poking fun at themselves while bringing the community in, while they're also poking them. So it's kind of a two-way street with the cul-de-sac in the corner of people going, just give me all of this shit now. I deserve to know all this stuff now. And it's like, do you though? You absolutely don't. It's up to the people who are obviously marketing the game, who are producing the game, who want to be able to show the game off in the absolute best light. It's for them to be able to show you as and what and when they want to feel ready to be able to show you that stuff. So the fact that they're poking fun at themselves in between all of that stuff, massive props to them. Again, owning a marketing message this day and age with the likes of social media. It's not the case of just putting your article a week in advance to the publisher and then it being on PlayStation Live the following week. It's not like that anymore. Social media moves so fast that it's so difficult to be able to own a market message, and I feel like they are handling it the best way possible from my perspective, and I'm fairly certain from your perspective as well. It's the best way for them to be able to own their own marketing message and go, hold on a second, we will show you when we're ready. Everything else you've probably already seen it, but we've got more, so stay tuned.
The thing is though, like every year, what is going to be in the trailer? Well, we're going to start off with some scenic shots. There's going to be lots of explosions. There's going to be that sort of stuff. There's going to be vehicles flipping, some people running, taking shots, getting cover. You've seen it before. A million times. It's just going to be the same thing, restructured, reorganized, probably with some trap beat version of a song that you've heard before, if not just another commercial song, because that's how video game marketing works. It's always the same anyway. So if you want to see the next Call of Duty, you've already seen it. Yeah. So them doing this is kind of leaning into that. It's almost like, okay, you've already seen it. There you go. Banter humor. We've even used Comic Sans font. That's how silly it all is, really.
A stick man, Comic Sans font. Yeah. Fucking is perfect, man.
So, but then you think about it, it's not really seeing guns and explosions that you're getting hyped of. It's seeing a communal event, something that you're going to be committing your time to with your friends over the next 12 months. And that's what you're looking forward to. What is it that I'm going to be putting my time into? And Call of Duty, despite things being leaked, despite other people getting their messaging first or whatever, Call of Duty will always control that message, should they play it right. And they have done this time. They've gone, okay, we'll just take the piss out what you've got already, and we'll show you that the real stuff is still to come. Even though you've seen it all before, because you've seen Modern Warfare 2. You've seen Modern Warfare 2 the first time. You've seen Modern Warfare. You saw Modern Warfare the first time. And then when it was remastered, it's all the same. But it's not all the same. It's the stuff that makes your glasses rose tinted. It's that emotive pull that only Call of Duty can bring, and they realise that is what people are waiting for. Not so much the guns and the explosions. That's just all part and parcel of it. So yeah, big win, big dub. Wasn't the news the other week about a Black Ops release? We did speak about Black Ops, but it was a Modern Warfare release because we were talking about how the skins will move forward, because the rumour was the next Modern Warfare 3, rumoured, was supposed to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2, but then they thought, fuck it, let's make it into a full game, which is why all the skins and stuff will carry forward. So it was always going to be a Modern Warfare rather than a Black Ops. Always the same COD, but slightly different story indeed. I mean, that for me is not so much a bad thing, because it's like a football game. If they suddenly went, oh, by the way, now it's triangle to shoot, you'd be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because you have to tap it 6 times to build a power-up. So it's like, no, that's not what I'm signing up for. So it has to always be the same, but better. And I don't believe that they've not done that in that sort of sense. I mean, yeah, it might not be as balanced because there's more variables and so on, but yeah, it works for me. It works for COD, but got old for Assassin's Creed. Yeah, but I used the word but better. Assassin's Creed were just faster. Okay, Call of Duty releases one every year, and they can do that well. We should do that too. But Call of Duty is based, for a lot of people, mainly around the multiplayer. So you make an 8-hour storyline, 10-hour storyline, 20 hours max, you're golden. Assassin's Creed tries to squeeze a 30 to 60-hour story into a game without any real multiplayer. Then that's the only thing you get judged on. So multiplayer, like PUBG. The reason I like PUBG is because of the narrative. and it's a game that doesn't come with a narrative. The narrative you build up as you go, and that's basically what any multiplayer game is. Oh, we were 65-10 down, but we won 75-65 kind of thing. It's bits like that just feel fucking hype kind of thing. You build your own narratives, and you don't get that with an Assassin's Creed because the narrative is already there, and if the narrative's crap, ugh. Did you ever finish the Modern Warfare 2 story? Do you know what? I didn't, and I didn't for a. It was basically I will come back to it on stream, but we've obviously done a bajillion and one things this last year on stream and off stream. So when I've been on stream, I've thought, fuck it, we'll just PUBG. So I haven't finished the story because I wanted to finish it on stream with everyone. But I think if I don't get time to finish it, because it's not that long a story, I might just go and play through it off stream, just to make sure that I'm ready to go for Modern Warfare 3, unless I can find time to fit it in to finish it on stream. But yeah.
Well, I actually went back to it last week. I think I've got up to like mission 12 or something, but the mission that I've just done, like mission 11, I'm playing on hardened because I don't know whether or not it happens with Call of Duty, but when you play on a higher difficulty, you ding the achievements for everything else below it. So like medium and the easy difficulty and stuff like that, you ding all of the trophies and achievements with all that stuff at the same time. Whether or not that's the case with this, I don't know. But Jesus, mission 11, man, it felt like it went on forever. I did die a lot. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult mission, but it must have been like an hour and 10-minute mission. Has to be. It went on forever. It's very good though. Like I haven't finished it, but I'm enjoying going back through it again as and when I got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I've got so many games that I've started and not finished this year. Usually I put it on my pile to start and never do, but like. I never finished Hogwarts, phenomenal game. Never finished Modern Warfare campaign, phenomenal. So yeah, I will go back to it. Not fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed and touching wood. Touching wood with fingers crossed. I have a wooden box under the table. It's not wood down here. Just
where are your hands, Graham?
Just so you can see it. I am touching wood, literal wood, not wood. Nice. I like how Wildcat, I think it was saying about COD, referring to the gunplay in one of the new releases. It's the same shit, different spray. Nice.
Amazing.
That's pretty cool. Keep those hands up. No. So yeah, anyway, Call of Duty announcements coming next week. We will keep our eyes out for that. I am a big fan of Modern Warfare era games, and do you know, I'm actually quite looking forward to getting to the end of the PUBG season, because it's like there's only 20 odd days. I've only got like 6 levels left. That's when I get my gaming usually. I have like 7 days of intense gaming. That's basically the last time I plowed through Hogwarts was when I had that end of season sort of thing. So once I've done all my dailies and got myself to the end of the season, we fucking go. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to fucking go straight into the next story. This is written by Jordan Midler at VGC. It says a Quake II remaster will be announced at Quakecon. It's claimed. Excuse me 1 second.
Cough, burp, shat.
All of the above. The game was rated in Korea earlier this year. So a remaster of Quake II will be announced at QuakeCon. It's been claimed. That's according to reliable leaker Bilbo Kunt. Well, that's it. It's guaranteed then. Bilbo Kunt just fucking knows everything. Who claims that the game, which was first noted earlier this year as part of a ratings board listing, will be officially unveiled during QuakeCon. According to the report, it's not clear if the game will be subtitled Remastered or Enhanced, as the listings that have been seen by Bilbo Kunt refer to both names. Quake Enhanced was released in 2021, so it's possible that the game will follow the same naming convention. The game will reportedly be released for PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox One, Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. It will be a different release to Quake II RTX, the enhanced ray tracing-enabled version of Quake II, released by Nvidia in 2019. After 3 years of digital-only events, QuakeCon 2023 will mark the return of the in-person at the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center in Grapevine, Texas, from Thursday, August 10th to Sunday, August 13th. Quote, QuakeCon is our favorite event of the year, and we can't wait to finally see our incredible QuakeCon community in person again, celebrate games and frag all weekend with thousands of friends, said Marty Stratton, studio head at id Software. For our first year back, QuakeCon 2023 is focusing on the fan favorite event and the players that made QuakeCon the best gaming gathering for more than 25 years. Okay, not something that speaks to me too much. When I think of Quake, I instantly think of Steve Treasure. Rest in peace. He's not really dead. He's just not part of our team anymore. He moved on. Who was like top 10 players EU at Quake, which always amazed me. Still never played it. Thoughts, Pip?
But that was my immediate thought. Like, is this something that you have a history with Quake or Unreal or something like that?
No.
So you didn't play it at all, like growing up?
Nope. I had the closest I got was a Quake II keyring.
Okay.
Literally, that is the closest. I had a keyring, and it was like the circular symbol with the two jaggedy bits in it, kind of thing. I had that as a keyring. I don't know where it came from. One of my mates at school, but never played it. The closest I've got to Quake was watching. I'm pretty sure you streamed it.
Yeah.
Oh no, was that Unreal? I don't know. You streamed something, and I watched that. So yeah, that's it. Nice. So me, no.
So we'll take you back. Old school story mode. So my first foray into playing, I know my voice is fucked to screaming at people at football last night. My first foray into playing an FPS LAN event was in like year 9 in school. So we used to have in the IT suite, if you was a fucking nerd and you just wanted to play games on dinner rather than going playing football or going into the quad and eating sausage rolls or whatever. I did all of the above. But you go into the IT suite. I don't know if Kangarilla Dog's in here, but he will know exactly what I'm talking about. So you go into the IT suite, there would be a username, James Bond, password 007. What it'd do is it'd bring through all the stuff in that profile, which is on a completely different server, and it was just full of games. So you'd then go into the game, you'd load up Quake, you'd load up Unreal Tournament or whatever, and then you'd be able to play against everyone else that was playing it inside the IT room at the same time. That was my first foray into playing an FPS LAN event, because it fucking was on dinner. You'd have people fucking jumping up and screaming and getting into the face and stuff like that. And year 9, how old are you? 13, 14? Like, that was like peak for me, because I'd never experienced anything like that before. I'd done LAN cable stuff, playing Command and Conquer and stuff, but having like 8 to 10 people all playing in the same map together, you obviously had things like Halo and that, but having them in the same room, that was completely brand new experience for me. So having old school Quake be remastered and coming back, like, we actually did this for like a month in the office. During lunchtimes, people were playing Quake Champions and stuff, like the whole office would be playing it. Amazing experience. But Quake and Unreal coming back and having their Doom moment, I feel like is going to be amazing. Like, I want to see some more Quakecon LAN events and things like that. Like, have it been properly publicized, because there is definitely a market for these fast-paced FPS esports. Like, you have things like CS:GO, you have things like Overwatch, you have things like Valorant. Like, these are all tactical shooters. I don't see anything as fast-paced as this. Like, the amount of skill that it takes to be able to play these are unrivaled compared to anything else, because of you need to think fast. You need to have the fastest reflexes I have ever seen in an esport. I'm talking above CS:GO, in my personal opinion. Obviously, it's dead easy to have the rocket launcher and just jump up and shoot on the floor, hope for the best. But in terms of an actual skill gap, like Quake and Unreal, there's nothing that compares to them. Again, my own personal opinion. So I'm happy to see that this is coming back. I will 100% be day one in this, because, again, Quake for me is something that I grew up with and I have a strong fondness of. So yeah, this is definitely right up my street.
Yeah. Kangarilla Dog, says Nietzsche. What a name, second only to Giraffe-Snake.
Have you ever seen LP on this channel before? Because we obviously did play a lot of CS:GO back in the day.
And Valorant. We did some Valorant.
And Valorant as well, yeah.
And he joined in the Chicken for Charity PUBG tournament.
Yep, he did. So yeah, he did have a stamp on this channel, but until he moved away to Spain, and then Brexit happened, and he ended up having to come back. But yeah, Brexit. For about 18 months, he streamed with us quite frequently.
Where did I get to? I need to put hours into PUBG on level 29. Sort it out, mate. Goffs, says Nietzsche. That's an oddly named convention centre. Do you know what? I did actually think that. Do you know what? What's the film? Meet the Parents, because it's called Gaylord Fokker, and obviously it's like, imagine being called Gaylord is obviously the vibe around his name there. The fact that it's the Gaylord Convention Centre, I'm thinking, how many times has that come up in conversations? And here we are, phone is in the chat. So predictable. Thank you. Okay, Kangarilla Dog, what a name. Second one, I've done that one. That's tickled me, thanks, Nietzsche. What, the Giraffe Snake? It's not that sort of stream. The closest I got to playing Quake was online using stolen Wi-Fi and getting slaughtered by Tank, I think the character was called. As soon as I spawned, it seemed like, stuck in a spawn trap. Caught in a trap. Crocodile Pig, Giraffe Snake, and Girani Badger dropping in the zone this evening. Nice. So yes, Quake 2 remastered potentially coming at Quakecon. I would say potentially. Bilbo Kunz announced it. It's definitely happened. That's
100%.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. If you don't know who Bilbo Kunz is, he's the person, or she, we don't actually know. They are the person that share the PS Plus news early every month, and I have done it for like the last 18 months continuously, plus other major announcements like some Capcom stuff and stuff as well. So it always comes true. So yeah, it's pretty much happening. Okay, next, Matt Wales at Eurogamer says Saints Row Reboot's third and final expansion arrives next week. Steam release coming later this month. So developer Volition's beleaguered Saints Row Reboot has almost reached the end of its journey, as far as the studio has currently revealed at least, with the game's third and final bit of DLC titled A Song of Ice and Dust. Now confirmed to arrive next Tuesday, 8th of August, ahead of a Steam release for what was previously an Epic Game Store PC exclusive on the 24th of August. Specifics surrounding A Song of Ice and Dust are still a little thin on the ground, but a brief synopsis accompanying today's release dates news sets the scene for the DLC thusly. Quote, when a crippling ambush decimates the Dustlanders, it's up to fierce rivals Bossonius and Gwendolyn Firebird to join forces and defend the Dust Fair from a new foe, end quote. As previously revealed when Volition shared its post-launch development roadmap for Saints Row earlier this year, the reboot's third and paid DLC expansion will introduce new story missions, new enemies, new cosmetics, and more. At least some of that will unfold in Vallejo, the latest district to be added to Saints Row City of Santo Ileso, which is available to all players from today as part of the game's free 1.5 update. Vallejo arrives alongside a huge range of quality of life changes, improvements, and bug fixes, as detailed in Volition's extensive 1.5 patch notes. There we go. Nice. Okay, we'll stop there. Thoughts, babe?
Yeah, this is a game that I'm probably like 80% of the way through that I just never got round to actually finishing. This game got a lot of shit when it got launched because of people saying that obviously there wasn't as much to do, the land was a bit barren. All of those, do you know what? I'm going to agree on most of it, but I still think that it felt like a classic Saints Row game. I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing it. There wasn't a moment where I think, I don't think there was a time when I was playing it where I was like, this isn't for me. This isn't what I feel like Saints Row is. I genuinely think that it was a very good game. It didn't quite hit the same notes as like the originals did. Obviously, with this being a reboot, but I feel like we're probably past the Saints Row time. I feel like we this is the game that I wanted, but at the same time, it's like okay, it doesn't quite hit as much as it used to do. So
I feel like, sorry, jumping in. I feel like for me, just on that note, Saints Row had not even deeper stories, but just stories that you could connect to a bit more. Like, you got the Third Street Saints. You were your random saint growing up on the streets. It was almost that same sort of the depth of the story that you had with CJ Carl Johnson in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You were from the streets and you were building up your own gang and taking on others and stuff like that. And there's similar sort of elements and similar sort of notes in this, but I don't know, maybe the freedom of expression for yourself and your own character, because the character creation tool is incredible. It is really, really good. But maybe the depth of that means that you're not necessarily super ingrained into the fibers. You're not role playing because you are playing your own role. You're not playing a defined role, which means that there's probably not as much story. So that's possibly where it drops off for me. But in terms of the actual world and the environment and the missions and the combat and so on, it's great. It was really, really good. I like watching you play that, and I'm thinking, I've got this game. I'm going to play this game. It may not be now, may not be this year, may not even be next year, but I will play this game. But watching you play Resident Evil Village, thinking, I'll watch Bibi play this game, but I won't play this myself. Versus watching you playing Resident Evil 2, thinking, yeah, okay, I do want to play this game. And I did. I went around eventually and played Resident Evil 2. I will one day play Resident Evil 3. I'm not going to play Village. It's not for me. But Saints Row is for me. So I agree. It got a lot of people giving it a lot of stick, but it's not an exceptional game, but it's definitely a great game.
Yeah, that's where I sit on it. So this might be a DLC package that I might end up getting to when I've got a little bit of a video game lull. Again, I am more than happy to go back and play it again because I thoroughly enjoyed my time in Saints Row. I think it's I'm not going to put it up there as a masterpiece with the other ones, but in terms of a Saints Row game, it hit all of the right notes as what a Saints Row game should be. I'm happy for them. It might not have done as well as they wanted them to, but I feel like a lot of that is probably down to hearsay rather than people actually wanting to play it themselves.
Yeah, I think you're right, 100%. sadly, with games like that have had Saints Row has had a bad history. Agents of Mayhem. We worked on some of the content for Agents of Mayhem, so you can take my word for it. If I'm going to say it's bad, even though we worked on it, I think it's terrible. I did not like that game at all. So that, plus the fact that they went from the Grove Street Saints to the presidential sort of Saints, the president was your main character kind of thing. People didn't like that, and the aliens and all sorts of stuff. So naturally, it's divided people. But that puts it in a place where people are happy to instantly judge it, and rather than giving it time of the day. And I think this new Saints Row reboot is definitely worth its time in the sun. It definitely is worth your time of day kind of thing. So yeah. But do you know what is worth your time of day? Anything that's free.
Yeah.
Nice. That'll take us into this article from Morgan Park and Lincoln Carpenter at PC Gamer. As we always do, we jump in for the Free Game Friday roundup, which this week includes Bloons, TD6, and Loop Hero. So, obviously, spoilers if you've never seen this before. The way that Morgan, Lincoln, and the team at PC... Oh, nice. Friday! Morgan, Lincoln, and the team at PC Games... is it PC Games? PC Gamer, there we go. I thought I completely got myself with PC Games N sort of mixed up then kind of thing. Because they have to write the same article every week, they write it with a little bit of charm, character, personality. So if you wonder why this is all probably written weirdly, then that's why. It might be. I've not read it yet, so let's jump in. An old Flash game favourite returns as an Epic Store freebie this week. The long war between monkeys and balloons never ends, and Bloons TD6 is putting you, nameless tower defence strategist, back on the front lines. Front lanes? Question mark. Those darts won't sling themselves. Also available, a more recent favourite, in-lane-based fun. In Loop Hero repeats an endless loop in the aftermath of Universal Annihilation. With a deck of location cards that modify the tiles on your run, discover new card combinations to rebuild the world that was, or a world that wasn't. There you go. Nice. So Bloons, TD6, and Loop Hero are the free games on Epic Games Store. If you have an Epic Games account, you don't even need the launcher. Just go to the website, the Epic Games Store, and you can add these to your account free of charge. Nice. Do you know what just reminded me, though? Just going to open this back up. 2 weeks ago, the Elder Scrolls Online was free. I don't know whether I actually redeemed that.
It don't matter anyway. You'd never play it.
I know, but I wanted it just for that one day when I've absolutely off my face and Bibby's streaming and going, fuck it, Graham, jump in. I'll go, yeah, all right, yeah.
Well, this is the part where I would usually say, have you ever played an Elder Scrolls game or even contemplated playing it?
I feel like I have now, just by osmosis. But no, not directly.
Yeah, okay.
No. I mean, I've contemplated it, watching you play it, but it just looks... I've said it before, it looks shit. Not that the game looks bad, not the missions. It just looks like an old game, and I am very superficial when it comes to video games. Unless I have that emotive attachment from the time when it was groundbreaking, I see it as an older game. And there's nothing wrong with that. Other people might feel there is something wrong with it. For me, that's just the way I game. There's a lot of games out there, so I'll play the ones that look good to me, and I definitely feel that Elder Scrolls 6 comes out and it looks like Starfield looks, then I will give that 4.5 minutes to impress me.
It's a shame that I don't have... Like, if I was playing it on any of the capture gaming PCs that we've got in the office, and I was playing it on Ultra with all of the mods that the community have made, like, that game looks stunning. It looks better than most games out now. Like, they've completely retextured everything within that game. Playing it as if it was a 2023 brand new game. Like, it looks absolutely stunning. But obviously, I'm never going to be able to showcase that, and Twitch won't be able to do it anyway because I'm only able to stream at 1080. So it won't look as good. But in terms of what that game can do at 4K, at all of the mods, it looks sensational. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's a PS4 game that has had some reskins, had some upscaling textures and stuff. Like up downstairs on my 4K TV in the front room, it looks amazing. I come and play it up here, and it just looks, obviously it's a 1080p monitor. It doesn't look as good as it does downstairs. But
Doug, it's quite ironic. I understand, but that's what I say is I don't have the emotional attachment, because it's quite ironic from me, who has a PC that plays PUBG and it looks fucking beautiful, but then I play it on my PS5 and it's a PS4 game and it looks like plasticine.
Muscle memory, bro.
Yeah, but that's it though. I have that emotive attachment to it. I mean, I'm used to it, and I don't see it for what it is. I see it for what it is in my mind, and that's what you've got. Whereas I'm watching you play it, thinking, yeah, but it just looks a bit like polygony. It needs to be smoother and stuff. So they give me a smooth one. Nice. But yeah. So next one, maybe we will see. I mean, I am genuine, like 100% looking to try. I don't know whether I actually will, but looking to try and give Starfield the time, because Starfield looks like it has so much depth, and it's like a game like no other that I've played. Obviously, it's very much a baby game at its core mechanics kind of thing. For me, it's a brand new experience. I'll go into it like, what? How do I? What does? What? And you'd be like, oh, this is the thing that's probably the version of this from the previous game that I played, where you've got to do this, and it'll lead to these. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And then I'll spend my entire game just leaving weapons underneath the fucking the loot crate like I did in State of Decay 2.
No.
If anyone watched our State of Decay 2 streams, that reference will make sense. If you didn't, never mind.
Legendary. Rip brisket.
So yeah, rip. So yeah, Starfield I want to play. A new Elder Scrolls in the future, I definitely would be open to playing. Old one, not so much. And the fact that it could look phenomenal, especially if you've modded it on PC, kind of is lost on me, because my PC, I need another PC to fully be able to appreciate that. Like, I can play PUBG at incredible scale. I can stream PUBG. But I can't play PUBG at an incredible scale and stream PUBG because my PC doesn't have enough. I need another one to do that. So, yeah. And therein lies the problem. Same, says Nietzsche. He too has a PC that's a machine, but plays it on his PS4 version, on his PS5. Same. Okay, the news, let me give you a little bit of a recap. Did I go off the article? There we go. Twitch is banning or has banned CSGO sponsorship. So if you, skin sponsorship. If you are using or frequent CSGO skin gambling sites, that's fine. And if you do that stuff on stream, that's fine. If you're paying your own money for it, so there is a real risk of loss. But if you're sponsored to do that and you don't clarify that, well, you're breaking trading standards laws. And if you do clarify that you are sponsored, then you're breaking Twitch laws. So you can't be sponsored and gamble CSGO stuff on Twitch anymore. Activision is announcing a new Call of Duty game next week, and they've gone full meme in doing so. A Quake II remaster will be announced at Quakecon, rumoured, but it's pretty much in the bag. And Saints Row DLC arrives next week, as well as Europa Universalis 4 and Orwell Keeping an Eye on You. Free games next week for Free Game Friday, but this week's free games are Bloons TD6 and Loop Hero, and that is your news for the week. This is the last episode of The Scoop that we'll bring you this week, so we appreciate you dropping in. And the fact it's not 4 p.m. as well. We went live at an actual Scoop-ish sort of time, 10 a.m.-ish, baby.
In time for dinner. Let's go.
Yeah.
Starving.
So we are going to disappear. Just a reminder before we do, though, you have 14 minutes to enter the giveaway for Call of Duty. If you play Call of Duty, make sure you get involved, because there is 2,400 COD points. If you don't know what that's akin to, basically any skin pack, usually, not always, there's probably, I mean, there definitely is some cheaper. There might be some more expensive, but using the boys, for example, if you want Homelander skin pack or Starlight or Dark Noir, I assume Snoop Dogg will be 2,400. Tim the Tapman skin set was 2,400. It's basically, you think of a top tier skin pack, some celebrity crossover, it'll probably be 2,400 COD points, and that is what we're giving away. So that basically, take your pick of whatever you want on the store. So make sure you get that. As mentioned, if you don't enter it for yourself, you can always enter and win it for a friend. So please do feel free to get involved. We have been given that by Call of Duty UK. There is no need to say anything good from us about that. The ad comes from the fact that we've benefited by getting something that you would usually pay for free. We haven't been paid, so our opinions haven't been bought. We're only wanting it to be successful so that we impress Call of Duty and we get some more love from them, because they have been supporting us quite a bit recently. So yeah, if you guys can share that, that would be very, very much appreciated. There's 13 minutes left of that. And speaking of Call of Duty, you got plans for tonight, babe?
Yes, I will be streaming some Call of Duty. It might be a little later than usual. Usually we go live at 7, but it's not going to be like 8 o'clock or anything. It's going to be between 7 and 8, maybe like 6:30 or somewhere along those lines. But yes, we will be live on this channel tonight with Nietzsche and maybe Wobbles later on, because he's currently, he will be going out and he won't be back in time. So again, floor is open for you guys, whether or not you want to join in. If not, we'll just jump into some multiplayer until everyone else is online, and that obviously includes you as well, Graham. If you do fancy, if you're at a loose end tonight and you fancy a little bit, jump on, crew up,
I will
some
see
dubs.
what's crack-a-lacking. I will see. If we're not doing that, I'll jump on. If we are, then I'll just hurl abuse at you from afar and pretend I'm world class when I'm clearly not MLG. I'm more like GLM.
Like OMG.
Yeah, exactly. Nice. I have a 12-screen Twitch PC. Exactly. That's I've got 1,000,001 screens that have all of the hertz and refresh rates, and then play on a console that plays games at 60 FPS. Let's go, baby. Get it downloaded, G Rattlesnake. I've already got it downloaded and updated. I went in yesterday and got the Dark Noir skin from the boys set. Because he's got a cool helmet that I want in my helmet set, but you know, there you go. That's the only reason I got it. I'm probably never going to play as Dark Noir. I do like Dark Noir in the Boys series, by the way, but still. Anyway, so yes, we are going to be back this weekend. Obviously tonight, Bibby will be playing Call of Duty as mentioned. I will be back tomorrow with Nietzsche. Nietzsche said he's staying on till 12 midnight, which was a weird one. He said he's only around till 12, which I assume is midnight and not AM noon, because that would be silly, honestly. So yeah, join me tomorrow. Lotus will be back as well. Tomorrow. Oof. Yeah, he's been a busy boy. He says he'll be back for all of the stream, mate, on Saturday. So do feel free to join us for that. But before any of that happens, is there anything else you want to add, Mr. Bibb?
Yes, again, thank you very much for joining us for the 3 episodes of The Scoop this week. We'll be back for 3 more next week. So if you want to help shape any of those shows, there is 2 ways you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream Uploads across all major social media platforms, or alternatively get involved with our Discord. If you're watching this on any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All the links that you require will be listed there, but all we need from you is URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give you our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time on Monday? Mr. Graham Day.
10 a.m.
Ish.
10 a.m.-ish. I've already got the raid queued up, by the way. We are going to raid Steve the Happy Whale, who I was talking about him the other day. For anyone that joined me on the stream on Wednesday evening, Steve used to work for PUBG US. He's actually European. I think he's based in Austria. I think I saw that. But he's now, because he doesn't work for PUBG anymore, he streams PUBG. I think he's given a go at being a full-time PUBG content creator. Anyway, he had some meme content the other day that we interacted with. If you didn't see it, you can go back and check on our social media. It's there. My legs are sore. Let's put it that way. He's the reason my legs are sore. If you don't know why, you can check it out by checking out our social media and his. But for now, we are going to disappear. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Bibby will see you around 7:30, 8-ish tonight. Until then, stay frosty.
Stay frosty.